That didn't happen?
No, I don't wanna say it didn't happen, because I can't remember specifically what was said, but I know that as the city commission, we said, look into and see what other cities are doing in the county, and then, you know, I don't know if we stopped there. I don't remember the exact words, but.
That's all it's here.
Well, I think Mr. Grass and I were under the impression that it was a fallback position.
Yeah.
I think we discussed that together, he and I both understood that that's what it was, a fallback position. We couldn't just rely on A, we had to have plan B as a fallback, so I think at least the two of us were on the same page, we were sitting up here at the
Well,
time.
no, and then
I wasn't
to
at
say,
meetings.
right, but I know for a fact, they said our commission was not gonna take any action until we met with this board and gave you the respect. And so then it would really be up to the CRA board to decide what they wanted to do.
Just to make a comment, I haven't decided one way or another where I'm gonna stay on the CRA. I'd like,
Well, you certainly don't have to make one tonight.
well, I'm not gonna, but just to point something out, one of my biggest, it isn't the financial, one of my biggest reluctances to stay on the board is that a decision was made in 2000, the ethics, the way the ethics codes are written, they haven't changed if I understand correctly, from 2009. When Mr. Cosmos received his grant, the ethics, it hasn't been changed. Has it been changed? Has there been any changes in the ethics, the way they're written?
It depends on which attorney you talk to.
We've got a couple attorneys.
No, we both agree that it hasn't changed.
That
What
it hasn't
has
changed,
changed
but now
is
there's a
the-
bright line
Yes.
that was just as bright in 2009. And the chance of me running into the paper on any kind of decisions we make, based on, now, Mr. Hall and Mr. Gummy, your judgment, and that 3 years down the road, it could be an ethics violation, scares the hell out of me. And that's my reluctance.
And let me add one other thing to that, and again, I said I'm over all this, okay? But I'm gonna take exception that I violated any ethics. I didn't violate any ethics, okay? Not only was that my legal opinion, but my attorney's legal opinion as well. Nothing has changed since these Attorney General's opinions were written. I'm not gonna rehash that, but I'm gonna tell you this, what I heard. I wasn't at that city commission meeting, but I heard from two people, including our city CRA director, and another very prominent member of this community that attended that city commission meeting. They said it was very negative about the CRA, and they had broached the subject of taking control. That's what I heard. That's all I heard. I don't know what was said. I wasn't there. But I'll tell you one thing that concerns me, and it goes along with what Mr. Kinney said. When these grants were discussed, and Mr. Hall came to my office, and I said, well, Mr. Hall, of course the city is going to defend me. Okay, I received this based on consultation with the city attorney, the CRA attorney, the CRA board of directors. I said, surely the city will protect me if there's an ethical investigation against me, and his response to me was, no, that is up to their choice. And I said, well, I think that would be very interesting to everybody that volunteers to serve on boards to know that they could be hung out to dry for acting in their official capacity and then left to fend for themselves. And I find that very troubling, very troubling.
Mr. Chairman, that's the law.
It may be the law, but the city commission has the right, okay? And it's just like any other board of directors. If you are engaging in willful misconduct or gross negligence, then the city would have the right to withdraw. But when I'm performing my function, acting in an official volunteer capacity, and then told I'm not going to get the support of the city, I think that's inappropriate.
Well, to be perfectly clear, it was never brought to us, and Jim, I wouldn't leave you out there hanging.
Okay, but that's what I was informed by the CRA attorney.
Mayor, just a
Yes.
small thing. City Commission has already taken a 5-0 motion that sitting or future CRA commissioners shall not apply for grants. So I want to be very clear about that. Regardless of a legal opinion by an attorney at this point, the city commission took a 5-0 vote. So we would not even consider a staff an application from a CRA member.
I think
Or a
that-
city commissioner,
Or a city
or a city
commissioner,
employee,
or a city
or a
employee.
CRA.
Well, I think we're beyond that, and it was just a matter of stating,
Clarification.
yes,
So maybe all that needs to be included in their application so they know right up front what they're into.
That does need to be disclosed, but
Yes.
also it's that the city may elect to defend anyone in an ethics complaint, and that was my advice. It wasn't a no, it's an
I
election.
didn't say you said that, I said, you said me.
Well, it was never brought before us.
No, but I go to my, let's do our report.
I
Let's do
understand.
it. Consider it.
There was
Yes.
no charge of violation,
Right.
that's why it wasn't brought before.
Very good. I think we're beyond that, city manager.
The next step, at least for staff, obviously is a special meeting that the CRA has called for this next week. The chairman had agreed to hold that. That will be the Babcock petition, as well as the guidelines on the rental program for cultural arts. The other thing that Tony and I would like to suggest, you all met fairly regularly when you were working out these program guidelines. We want to get back to at least once a quarter in terms of a joint meeting. There are very serious budget considerations to be made over the next 3 years. We have a list of multiple unfunded projects. You may recall the CRA and the City Commission prioritized those together back in 2009, early 2010. We'll need to go through that exercise again, and we want to make that a topic with any other topics, late April, early May. So literally, before Tony, as CRA director, prepares the CRA budget, we'd like to have those financial priorities basically driven by whomever's sitting as the CRA board and the city commission. So that would be our suggestion, is that we get back on this schedule, just like we've done in the past, in terms of quarterly policy meetings with the CRA and the city commission.